So a really important part of moving courses online is creating a platform of communication for the students to use. So we used Moodle as our primary form of communication, whether that was for files or for peer-to-peer discussion. And we made sure to set this up so that the students could really benefit from the course. So the first thing that we did was we set up, this is the first section of Moodle in MIAE 311. So the things that we used very often were announcements so that the students could see what was going on in case anything came up. And what really important was the public forum. So for peer-to-peer discussion. So we encouraged students, we had 118 students in this course this summer, and we encouraged them to post their questions to the peer forum so that their peers could answer. So we, of course, monitored the peer discussion and we sometimes answered, but oftentimes the students were faster than we were and were able to help out their peers. Another thing we added was Zoom etiquette, so how to Zoom for the students. So this isn't very obvious for everybody. A lot of students didn't know how to do certain things, like changing their name once they logged into Zoom. So having some how to Zoom is really important so the students can benefit from the course. Obviously, the course outline, this was an extra project because the students were stuck at home, so in case they wanted to do that. And then some other important stuff. So also important was for evaluation things to be close to the top, for example. So we had the midterm we set it up in Moodle. And so the students, in case they got logged out or if they had to navigate quickly back to the midterm section while they were writing it, we made sure it was close to the top of the page so that it was easy to find. And the same thing with the quizzes. So everything that was quick submit, we made sure that it was close to the top. We also had an office hours section. So these were the links for office hours. We set up different office hours times. And then, of course, the Zoom meetings themselves. So these were the Zoom lectures. This was the link, and we had passwords. And then before each lecture, Mike would post the lecture slides. So this is the tutorial section. So the tutorials were very content heavy. So what we did to make it more easily navigatable is we put labels in. So tutorial 1, and then I indented the files that were related to tutorial 1. And tutorial 2, and etc. So that way it wasn't just a mess of stuff, and it was all in the same section. So we didn't do anything by week. We just did everything within related topics under the same headings, and the same with assignments. We also we changed the order as the semester went on, so online resources and the textbook were further up on the page at the beginning of the semester, and towards maybe about halfway through the semester, I moved it down here because it was no longer as important. And because this page is quite long, we made sure to label things so that they were easily searchable through Control Find, and also made sure to order things in such a way that the most relevant stuff was on top. I wouldn't recommend doing this too much because if things move too often, then students will get a little bit lost because of not being able to find things where they were yesterday. So just a couple of big bulk items that were no longer used, I would move around. So this is Yuja. So Yuja is a platform where you can post videos so that they're not downloadable, but just viewable. So we would always make sure to post our lectures afterwards for students in case they missed something, or we don't really know where any of the students are in the world. So some of them may be in very different time zones or maybe working. So we wanted to make sure that these lectures were available as well as the tutorials after. In order to get Yuja on your page, you're going to scroll to the bottom of a section and you're going to go to Add Activity or Resource. Scroll down to the bottom, and here we have Yuja Enterprise Video Platform. You're going to click on the puzzle piece, and we're going to press Add. I'm going to call this Zoom videos. So this is a place where you can upload your Zoom recordings after your lectures. So we can see here our puzzle piece has appeared, Zoom videos at the bottom. So Yuja is useful for not many videos. So if you have just your lecture series and tutorial series, for example, that would probably be sufficient. You, as an uploader, can upload into folders, but unfortunately, when the students see this, they will not be able to categorize by folder. So some useful features is that you can create folders. We can go into more actions, select all. We can press new folder here. We can upload directly into this folder without creating a new folder. Let's say we go into our tutorials folder over here. We have a few options, so your display may not look like this when you first open it, so you can change the format display over here or sort. I like to go alphabetically so that, and I try and keep a consistent naming scheme. As you can see, I have an extra underscore here, so tutorial 5 is above tutorial 11. So a consistent naming scheme is useful for organizing stuff. And that way the students can also sort alphabetically, and they can see everything in order. So in order to upload a video, I would just click upload over here. I would drag and drop a video into the browse section, or I can just click browse and upload a video. So I've dragged in a video and I can press start upload. So then this will start uploading over here. I didn't change the file name, so it will maintain the file name that I saved it as, which is just the date. So now that the video has finished uploading, I can go into more over here, or I can just select publish. So if I've just used the puzzle piece, I can select publish, just like that. I can choose my channel, which is the course over here, and then I can just press select. And it will have been published successfully, so the video is now available to be viewed by anyone in the class. If, however, I wanted to reorganize, so let's say I didn't want to have everything published only viewable in the puzzle piece, I can also go into more, and I can copy and paste a link. So I can copy this link, and I can paste it directly onto a Moodle page as a link. So if I close this, go back to Moodle, this is the strategy that we have taken for the tutorials. Because the tutorials were quite dense in terms of content and different resources, we also posted the video links from the Zoom tutorials directly into here. So if a student clicks on this, they get a direct link to the video over here. I'm now in the default student view of Yuja. So as you can see, the default setting here is a little bit chaotic. There's not much organization, so having a lot of videos in this platform is difficult to manage. However, the students can have a little bit of organization over here. On the right-hand side of the corner, there's a display or format display icon, so they can click on here. And then they can click on sort and go alphabetical or latest or last viewed, depending on what they need. I like to work alphabetically, so this is what I would use, but we've mixed in, because it's one single Yuja link for this course, the tutorials are mixed in with the lectures, are mixed in with live machining, or mixed in with everything else with what I just uploaded, for example. So the organizational level is not as nice as is needed, but it's very functional if you're just uploading your lecture videos. We tried to use this for student presentation videos, and there were a lot of errors in the Yuja uploading. So some of the audio didn't convert, etc. So always make sure that when you're uploading to check and make sure that your video is successfully uploaded, both in audio and in video.